Jacqueline. I'm a corporate flight attendant and welcome to my YouTube channel, Jacqueline Travels. Today's video is called, So You Want to Be a Flight Attendant Now? And before we even get into the video, I want to start off saying I am so grateful for all of my interactions with you guys. I get so many messages from you guys on Instagram, and if you're looking for me really quick, Jacqueline Travels is my Instagram name, just like it is here on YouTube. And I chat with you guys on the reg on Twitter, and my Twitter is at Jack Travels, that's JAC Travels. And I love that you come to me to answer your questions or ask advice. And I truly enjoy all of my interaction that I have with you. As of late, my DMs have been blowing up, and a lot of you want to know how to break into becoming a flight attendant. If you keep up with flight attendant news, you know that on Tuesday of this week, American Airlines announced that it was going to furlough 8,101, I think, flight attendants. So basically, any flight attendant that's been there 7 years or less has been furloughed from American Airlines. Other commercial airlines are not hiring right now, and that's just due to the demand not really being there to travel. There's not as many routes, people still aren't comfortable hopping onto an airplane, or we're still restricted from entering certain countries. So on top of the demand, we also have the limitations that we are just prohibited from going anywhere. So if you want to be a commercial flight attendant, it's going to be a long while before you get hired as a commercial flight attendant. If you're not familiar with how a furlough works, basically the employees or the flight attendants who were furloughed have the first option of getting rehired again once the airlines do start rehiring flight attendants. So before you can even put your name in the mix, American Airlines is going to be looking at 8,100 other flight attendants who already have experience and did the job and worked for that company before they get around to looking at your resume. And I know that there are going to be some future potential flight attendants out there who are watching this vlog, and I know you guys aren't going to like what I have to say, but I'm not trying to be harsh. I'm just letting you know this is the reality, and the reality right now for flight attendants sucks. So what I have to say might sound harsh, but I'm gonna keep the tone as light as I can and just speak the truth to you guys and give you facts. The commercial airline flight attendants are not the only flight attendants being affected by the times right now. I know corporate pilots and corporate flight attendants who have also been let go from work, and they haven't been furloughed. It's the owners of the private jets have sold their private jets because they have financial hard times now too. So if there's no private jet to fly, there's no need for a private flight attendant. On July 15th, I did write a blog post about this because, like I said, it's been almost nonstop daily that I get asked how you can break into aviation of any sort. And my flight attendant blog does not get as much traffic as my flight attendant vlog. So that's why I just want to reshare some of this information that I had with you guys here on YouTube. Basically, in the So You Want to Be a Flight Attendant Now vlog, I said if I had any secret to success or way to get you into the door or a magic formula to help your flight attendant dream come true, I would gladly share it with you. That's why I started my travel blog, but more importantly, that's why I started my flight attendant YouTube page. I love my job, I love sharing the ins and outs with you guys, and I love helping you guys. I provided flight attendant interview tips, and anytime an airline was hiring, I would let you guys know that on social media. I want all of us to be able to succeed. But right now the demand is just not there, so it's gonna be that much harder to get your foot in the door, and it's gonna require that much more patience. I've always said it's hard to break into corporate aviation when times are good, and now we're seeing how difficult this career really is. I've been a corporate flight attendant for 2 years now, and since March of 2020, I've only worked 2 flights. If I was a contract flight attendant, I would not be able to afford anything. I would basically be homeless. Even with that really good day rate for contract flight attendants. They were 2 day trips, so I've worked 2 days, and we're approaching the end of August. And I'm someone who does have experience with corporate aviation, and I've made a few connections. So if you're someone brand new to corporate aviation and you don't even know where to start, let me tell you. The first thing that you're gonna have to do is become certified to become a corporate flight attendant. And there's only 2 schools that I truly recommend that most corporate flight attendants really recommend. And that's Flight Safety or Air Care Facts. And the initial training program for flight safety is $4,995 US. So that's a $5,000 training course that offers zero job placement. You have to get out there and make the contacts and pound the pavement and try to get the job on your own. So what I would be doing right now if I were someone who wanted to be a corporate flight attendant in the future is I would start saving for flight safety or FACS training, just a little bit of money every month, because I really think it's going to be a while before the business sector of aviation truly picks up to the levels that it used to be at. Luckily, corporate aviation was not hit as hard as commercial aviation, but there's still a lot of certified flight attendants out there who are not working. My cat Logan wanted to join me here for a minute. He appreciates the fact that I'm home. A few other tips that I have for potential future corporate flight attendants is start working on your food portfolio. We're home more than we have ever been home. We're eating breakfast at home, lunch at home, dinner at home, snacks at home. So when you're preparing those meals, or even if you just ordered delivery, work on how you plate the food and start photographing your food. When you apply for corporate flight attendant positions, you'll be submitting a cover letter, a resume, and a food portfolio. And that food portfolio is really gonna give you a one-up on the competition if you show that you really know how to plate food well. The next thing that a future corporate flight attendant should be doing is networking. Go out there and visit FBOs. Many corporate flight attendants book work through people that they know and connections that they have built. So follow corporate flight attendants on social media, follow corporate pilots on social media, send out a DM, not asking if they can help get a job, but just establish that connection. You want a soft open with people. And truth be told, unless someone is very familiar with your work, they're probably not gonna recommend you to a company, just because there are, again, a lot of established corporate flight attendants out there who have already made a name for themselves, who have proven that they can do it. So start with soft openings, ask for tips. There's nothing wrong with that. A good candidate for a future corporate flight attendant is someone who excels in hospitality. During my downtime, I took hospitality classes that were being offered online. There were plenty of free programs out there, and I highly encourage you guys to do the same. It's something great that I have on my resume now, and it's something great that you can add to your resume. If you are someone who stresses easily, this is not gonna be the job for you, and I'm just being honest. You can't show that you're frazzled, and we deal with things like adding additional passengers, and that will happen after we've ordered food for the plane. There's schedule changes, there's flight cancellations. We miss our birthdays, our family's birthdays, holidays, special events, big moments, your child's first step. We're gone, we're away, we live in hotels, and it's stressful. And unlike a Monday through Friday 9-to-5 job, every day of corporate flight attendant life is extremely different. So even if you've done it for a while, you're still faced with struggles. To someone who is creative and able to think on their toes and can take a deep breath, process all the bad that's going on around them, and exhale it out and perform at an A+ level is an ideal candidate for someone who's a corporate flight attendant. You definitely have to see the positive in every negative situation if you're gonna excel in this job. And I don't think that's a skill that you necessarily have to be born with. I would not consider myself to be the most optimistic person, but professionally, I have learned how to turn that on. And that wasn't the case through my career, even leading up to my flight attendant career. It's some personal development that I've had to work on. So it's never too late to work on yourself. It's never too late to improve your skills. With all of this downtime, we should be doing a little bit of that anyway. If you're looking for some free resources out there, definitely continue to watch corporate flight attendant videos just for a behind the scenes look so you have a better understanding of what the job is. I've chatted with a bunch of commercial flight attendants who want to make the switch, and they hear the word flight attendant and think it's a very similar job. I certainly was guilty of doing that myself. I thought, I've been a commercial flight attendant for 5 years. How hard is it going to be to break into the corporate side? And the job is 100% different. So make yourself familiar with corporate flight attendants and what the corporate flight attendant job is. There's plenty of resources out there on YouTube or Instagram. Also, watch YouTube videos on silver service. Learn how to properly set a table, learn what fork you're supposed to use in what situation, little things like that. I also recommend taking etiquette classes. And if you're gonna focus on a specific sector of etiquette, dining etiquette. And that's not because we get to dine on a private jet, but we are serving people who are used to dining in 5-star restaurants, Michelin restaurants. They know the best of everything that's out there. And I wanna be able to provide service to my passengers the same way that these 5-star and Michelin restaurants provide service to their clients as well. So I'm gonna leave off saying, although right now the outlook is gloomy, I truly from the bottom of my heart know aviation will pick up again. The aviation industry has been hit before. After 9/11, furloughs happened, air travel stopped, and over time, things started gradually going back to normal. Flight attendants were being hired again. People had more confidence stepping onto an airplane or booking travel reservations. It will happen again. The aviation industry always falls into, unfortunately, this sort of cycle. So I want to wish you all the best. Please be patient with your search. Even if now is not the time for you, the future could be the time for you. So just do little things to improve your skills. Certainly feel free to reach out to me. I will help you as best as I can. And let's not forget just to support one another. So thank you guys for watching this video. Please make sure that you are subscribed to my channel. This way you don't miss out on any future flight attendant videos. Also, please leave me a thumbs up. I would really appreciate it. And to all my flight attendant friends out there who are going through a hard time, I'm sending you guys a virtual hug. I'm here for you. I know times are rough, but I know that it really is gonna get better and we're gonna come back with such a stronger skill set. Thank you guys for watching.